Recorded live from a not-so-secret charitable event in the warehouse of a brewery.
I'm the capo. He's the prez.
And this is Sons of Ben,
The Pod.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sons of Ben, the Pod. As we hinted, we are in the bowels of 2SP, right before Help Kick Hunger. We haven't had Help Kick Hunger since 2019, Adam.
I mean, you know, there was the Panasonic, so that makes a lot of sense. But happy to be back here, you know, back in the warehouse, trying to do some good for the peoples.
Some of you guys got your jackets on and stuff. I mean, you know, it's
We're
good
in a
time
freezer.
here.
Like,
Yeah,
we're
we are.
actively inside
It is a little chilly here.
a
Hey.
storage lot. Like, not a locker, but like a storage, like, shed is what we're in right now.
And you're going to decide this. This is episode number.
Yes.
It's either Calvin Williams,
Yes.
which you don't probably remember Calvin Williams from the Eagles,
Probably not.
or Chad Lewis.
It's Chad Lewis.
It's Chad Lewis. So
Obviously, it was Chad Lewis.
episode 20, episode
You just
episode
wanted to
80,
just flex your knowledge.
89, Chad Lewis. So, yeah, we mentioned it. Let's talk about Beer of the Pod. We've got, of course, our friends at Yards, and then, of course, our friends here at 2SP, where I've already gotten to the bar and got myself a Czech Pilsner, and you two fools got nothing in your hands. So
Listen,
you're
I was
screwed.
a little busy setting up a makeshift studio in a warehouse. So.
Oh, wait, we weren't busy setting up PlayStation 2s or PlayStation 5s. We
Wow.
were
PlayStation
busy.
2s.
I wish.
Now listen,
Honestly,
that's a thing.
That you dated yourself more than anything
Yeah.
else on this
so,
pod was
yeah,
that.
We've got PlayStation 5s. Surge is coming. We've got
Surge.
the new jerseys coming here. Seba's going to be here. Listen, for Help Kick Hunger for piecing this together last minute, we got a nice little event here and a ton of stuff. If this was live, I'd say get down here now, but you're missing out. So just know you missed out on this stuff. So what you should do is renew, and then you'll find out about this stuff, and then you can come to Help Kick Hunger because we got so much going on. Did you see any of the prizes yet, Devin?
Oh, I saw them. Actually, I saw a few of them that I am going to put my hat in the ring for.
Devin, you can't win things.
Are you sure? I can try.
Yeah, you can.
You can win
try.
things?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go win those Jordans. I
Yeah.
just want you to know that. Those are coming home with
So
me.
Jim's sneakers from the playoffs here.
Yeah.
We've got boots from the players.
I'm going to wear those.
There's a gaming chair from Twisted Tea.
Twisted Tea
Twisted
coming
Tea.
correct. I love it.
Heineken threw in a freaking golf bag that I can't wait to steal. In fact, I really didn't want to bring it here. I want to leave it in my house and say, oops, I forgot.
This is not how a charitable event is run. If the people running the event win all the awards, guys, I feel like that's
Well,
fraudulent.
We're still paying for the tickets, so it's all fair.
You're not lying, but
Yeah.
still.
It's not like, we're not putting money in for the tickets. So.
Looks bad on the resume.
Yeah, so it's going to be good. The rest of the news, Devin, I know you want to keep the good thoughts and prayers going for World Cup 2026.
We'll keep them. We'll keep 'em
I
going.
got an invite from Dan, who's the new chairman, who was the former Independence Blue Cross CEO. Got a personal email that felt a lot like a form letter.
Yeah.
But I got an invite to a breakfast.
Ooh.
So at the Union League. So we'll be
Pancakes.
reporting on that soon. Union League talking about World Cup. So I'll let you know how the other side lives.
Break on through.
We do have some pod news, but we're not. As you know, we have recorded in the suite level, and we may have a guest host coming in once in a while. So stay tuned. Could be some good news coming our way, and it's going to be exciting. We're going to get back to recording live with the three of us, bringing other people in. So, and we may even have one or two people from Help Kick Hunger come back here and chat with us. Devin, it's your time to shine. How's that Discord?
Is this the only segment I get? This is it. This is
Yeah, pretty much.
the
This is
Discord
literally the only
segment.
time we want to hear from you for the entire
Keep setting
podcast.
up
Yes.
make sure the buttons are pushed.
Honestly, you should probably figure out to get yourself more time on this pod because I don't think you have
Yeah,
enough.
I don't know what's going on here. No, not much to report on in the Discord. It's still chugging along. Still.
So literally, that was it. That's you. We're not going to hear from Devin for the rest of the pod.
His
I'm
He's
just
gone.
Discord's
check it
really
out.
Yeah.
If the Discord's that exciting, I'm not missing shit.
You
am
might
I?
as well just head to the munchie machine now.
Right now.
Like you just
Yeah.
keep the dollars.
Yeah, go get the food for us. But okay, so save the date. May 1st. In fact, Vince is supposed to be here today. Philly
Yes.
Sports Trips, Nashville. Then we're going to have the LA trip, and we've got the Portland trip. They're already out there, so you can start buying tickets. And guys, it's probably not our listeners. It's probably more the casual. Just want you to understand, when we release a trip and we know a trip's coming, it doesn't mean we have single tickets yet. The opposing team will not release single tickets to us until like 3 weeks at the earliest before this event. Usually it's 2 weeks. So we will have single tickets for all these trips, but we don't have that yet because the other teams don't give it to us. So stop blowing up our email on this stuff, or worse, DMing us and info at, you'll know when we know they're coming. And speaking of guys, what an off season so far. We've had 3 games, I guess, down in Florida.
Yep.
And boys, look, I mean, granted, they've been tied, but I think we've pretty much been winning in every first bit, and then the other team ties in that last 30 minutes, so it doesn't count. We pretty much beat up on Montreal and on Nashville. I think, well, not beat up, but 1-0,
I mean, preseason. I take anything that happens at the Joe DiMaggio Sports Complex with a grain of salt. Just, healthy people coming out of spring training is priority 1. Anything after that is a bonus, but, get some cohesion, especially with some new players and some youth in there. You want to be able to get these guys to, play together for a hot second. But outside of that, anyone who knows me knows I am a very staunch denier in anything I see in the preseason, because I've seen the Eagles go 4-0 in the preseason and then go 4-12 in the regular season. So
yeah, true. And we've seen the Phillies do well and then shit the bed during the regular season.
Spring training baseball is even more useless. It's just you split the squads up. It's like 5 pitchers here. You rotate every 3rd inning. It literally makes no sense what the final score is.
Yeah. So for us, and we'll give a, as we like to peel back the curtain, the boys, we got the opportunity. We got down to see 1 spring training game, and it was cool because, there's not a lot of people there. So we had really a great look at everybody. And 2 things popped out to me. Carranza looks like he's going to fit in well. He reminds me of a young, energetic Sebastian Latou. He's one of those guys that does like to get back on defense, is great for this pressing. So I thought he looked good. And then again, the boy band, the Paxton, the Jack, these kids don't have the letter F in their alphabet because they don't give one, and they go up against anyone, and they're like, "Hey, old man, let me show you how it's done." And they're talking about 24-year-old guys that they're schooling, calling them old man. But the 4 of those guys, and even Nate looked good. So the youth looks good, and I guess that's where we get into this weird little thing of Ernst got rid of Jamiro.
Yeah, that kind of happened. It was interesting for me when I thought about it, because it was like, obviously you're losing a player who was a big catalyst to what you were doing, and this is very on brand for Union to have a revolving door of number 10s, going through this organization.
Well, wasn't he pissed he was playing more than 8, and that's why he wanted to,
offensive. I mean, there's probably 14 things that he was pissed off about. We only know maybe 2 of them. But ultimately,
the big one was he wanted an extended contract, and this is rare for Philadelphia sports because, normally we're going to have the veteran and bury the rookies deep in the roster, a la Ryan Howard for Jim Thome. But Ernst kind of went opposite and goes, you know what? We've got all this youth. Jamiro wants an extra contract, but all it's going to do is put a stopgap, put a bottleneck in for these kids to get in. So he goes, okay, we'll trade you. Would we have liked more money? Sure, but I'm more sad for you, Adam, because you lose a really good champ.
Yeah, I mean, being able to do Apache with Jamiro was one of the easier and more fun.
Jamiro Montero.
I mean, I'm going to miss it. It's going to suck, but I definitely believe that this move was probably for the better in the grand scheme. You got a lot of youth coming through. You got a lot of we saw with Sullivan, we saw with McGlynn, we saw gentlemen who seem very ready for the big time already. They even played well in the game against NYCFC to end the season out. So I think it sucks to lose just talent. You're losing talent, but I think you have kids in the wings that are ready for it.
This is just weird, just being a Philadelphia fan, let alone a Union fan. When we lose somebody like that, the immediate is panic. I don't have panic at all. I was like, okay, I'm feeling confident in the kids, and you know what? Yeah, we lost the DP, but we've got an international spot. We have a DP spot open. I'm just thinking, oh man, the summer's going to be great. We're going to get something else that we need. Whatever we need for the summer, I feel like we're going to get it. So maybe I'm all Susie Sunshine, but I'm okay with it, which is weird.
I mean, look, you have the confidence in knowing what Ernst has done in the past. You have the knowledge of this academy. You know that it's not going to be a situation where you trade someone, you let someone go, and then there's going to be an immediate void. They're going to do what it takes to fill that void almost instantly. And look, Gazdag is what another version of what you thought Montero was supposed to be, maybe a little bit more offensively than distributing. So it's his time too.
The midfield's packed. Like Flock is coming on. Like this just opens up chances for guys to perform.
And this is such like a prove it season for the Union. Like this is the first year that the expectations have been as high as they are. Like the past 2 years, that was not expected. The finishes we had, obviously Supporters Shield and semifinals. So you're going into it this year, where the expectations are high, and Ernst has now proven that he's willing to put the money and put the time into finding these guys.
And the owners are saying, we have money. Go spend this money now, where that never really happened.
So far, we're on track. I mean, we'll see.
And it's weird because I find myself now, and I never did this. This is the first full season I've been doing this. Every day I go on Major League Soccer, soccer.com, and check, and all the pundits are like, oh, can't count out Philadelphia. Philadelphia should be a top 2 team in the East. Philadelphia, where they never talked about Philadelphia. So, yeah, like, we got a game next week, and holy shit, I feel, except for Frostbite, I feel really good about this game.
No, the frostbite's going to be definitely real. I'm coming with the hand warmers, the long johns, and everything in between. But there's a reason to feel confident. The past has dictated this team can find itself some success. The roster outside of the Montero move, and then with the insertion of Serpilko, but insertion of 2 other strikers now, you feel that there shouldn't be too much of a drop off. You want to believe that a team that was and a lot of us believe a COVID game away from competing for MLS Cup should be in the conversation again.
Yeah. All right, so we talked Clearwater wrapped up. The boys are actually back.
Yes.
They got back yesterday. They're probably going to start training in Chester tomorrow because I drove past the training facility, and the grounds crew was taking the tarp off this morning.
So as you hear this podcast, they should be in training, or at least have completed a training session by now.
Yep.
Depending on the
Chester.
quickness of Devin on this day and tomorrow.
And now, speaking of that, the Union released a kit. So yesterday, day before Help Kick Hunger, the team had the event at the stadium, and the kit's actually going to show up at Help Kick Hunger, and you can buy it here.
Yes.
So this is all you.
Yeah.
What's your thought on the kits?
I like it. I think it's a solid kit. When we're always going to go with navy blue. We're going to go with the dark blue. So I think, the accent of the blue stripe is nice. I think a lot of people are still waiting for the center stripe to come back. It may come back. It may not. Who knows? But I think for what we have, it's a solid kit. It's a lot better than a lot of other kits that are out there. So, and especially in a world where they have some really fire kits and some really misses, the Union taking a little middle of the road path with this one, I'm okay with.
I liked it. I know people were. I liked it. I liked that it wasn't, because as much as everybody is hankering back, it almost reminds me of Eagles fans that they want Kelly Green so badly that they want the mustard stripe down the middle. I don't really miss the mustard stripe because
I wasn't around during those days, and I don't love those jerseys. I'll be honest.
First off, Devin,
I'll be honest. I'll be the first
opinion,
one to take the brunt of the
midnight. You would rather have the midnight green over the Kelly greens for the Eagles?
No. I'm referencing the
Union,
Union, the mustard stripe.
The mustard stripe.
Yeah.
The snakeskin one was pretty hot though.
Yeah. So, I mean, Devin and I might be the minority. I don't miss the mustard stripe as much as everybody else does. Plus, it doesn't lend well with our sponsor's logo, where this one, the gold on the Bimbo logo, pops with that light blue. And listen, I'm a homer. Anytime you're putting, like, the Philadelphia flag colors or the Sons of Ben colors on a jersey, I'm going to like it. So I like the jersey. I know I'm going to get one. I don't know when, but I'm going to pick one up maybe today, maybe not. We'll see. So, I mean... So I think it's thumbs up around us for the jersey.
Yeah, it's growing. It's growing on me.
Yeah. I mean, listen, nothing's going to compare to the excitement of last year's jersey. And probably next year they have another one for the away. But you can do so much more with an away kit that you can with a home kit. I mean, how many teams have fire home kits?
We could quell everybody's fears with this. Look at San Jose's jersey that they released. Did you guys see that one?
Oh,
the away?
I saw one Montero wearing it.
The white, just all white and nothing else except for the sponsors and logos.
Like there's a bunch of teams that took some risks. we can point out Portland coming out here with the rose kits that I personally like a lot. Seattle came in with their rave green, but it came in looking really nice.
Even Atlanta's the forest one they came out with.
No, that thing is garbage.
Oh,
no,
man.
the Atlanta kit's garbage.
It's not horrible. It's not
garbage.
The worst.
It's not. Now here's the thing: it's not the worst one, but it's pretty garbage. I'll give a shout out to. Here's it. All right, this is my episode that I wanted. Jersey talk. Okay, cool. Here we go.
But we're keeping
All
it
right.
short,
Yeah,
because we
gotta
got a
do the
charity
short
event to get to.
podcast. Yeah.
Here's how we're gonna go through it. New England, terrible. Okay. Red Bull, okay. NYCFC, garbage. Union, solid. DC United. I mean, I forgot they dropped the logo, but they dropped their sponsorship. But yeah, it's a black one. It's fine. Atlanta, garbage. Orlando, I actually like it. The sunshine's pretty nice. Miami, they finally used pink properly, and I'm okay with that. Austin, it's just another green kit. I don't know how that works as like an off green.
What about Carolina?
Okay. It's just Arsenal's kit.
Yeah.
And then the mint one's okay, but it's not enough mint in my personal
All right, so
opinion.
we'll just do the East Coast then.
And that's it.
Okay, good.
All right.
Because
Next one.
we definitely have more stuff to get to.
LAFC's Aztec kit's okay. Okay.
We're trying to get through this now. Did you guys see Jim's last presser when they're wrapping up Clearwater? I mean, it's
Yes.
one of those choppy Zoom ones and everything. But so Kyle Pagan, and he's the new guy from Crossing Broad. He's the younger, better looking version of Kevin Kincaid.
Oh, damn.
And it's funny. I met the kid. He actually lives in my neighborhood.
Does he now?
Met him at a local bar. We're talking a little bit. So for some reason, I guess Kincaid was busy practicing his drumming for his next Slayer album or something.
Jeez.
So Kyle had to do the press conference with Jim, and Kyle had this weird question. He goes, he asked Jim how he felt now that he has new, quote unquote firepower in the lineup. And Jim's reply was pretty good. You're yawning now, but you're going to like this.
Please tell me.
Here's Jim. Kyle, have you ever seen A Bronx Tale? Devin, A Bronx Tale is a movie, okay? I don't know if you've ever seen this, but you might want to get your
Wait, your only description is it's a movie?
It's a classic
Oh,
movie,
okay.
but I don't know if Devin's ever seen it. So he goes, have you ever seen A Bronx Tale? The feeling is the same as Sonny had in the bar with those bikers. Jim's like, I got Bruce, Ronnie Della, Struber, Lasada, Gonzola, Oscar, the whole crew in the bar. I walk over to the door, lock it, and tell them, now yous can't leave. That's how I'm feeling.
Oh, my.
It's a great scene.
I mean, it is a pivotal scene in the movie. So
Like, could you imagine,
I
like,
appreciate
instead
it.
of, like, the fat mafia guys coming out, it's like Paxton Aronson and McGlynn with their boy band hair and then just beating up on the bikers?
Those two kids would put the fear of God in 0 people on planet Earth. I'm sorry.
You're really targeting an audience here.
Like the
with
most
this one.
oldest of audience.
This is a,
This is worse than the Super Bowl halftime. They're just like, no.
If you can't have appreciation for A Bronx Tale, there's something wrong with you.
No,
I'm
I
sorry to say.
can, but like, are we
Yeah.
trying to? Who's our demo?
Can we peel behind the curtain and look at
Yeah.
the only block of text on the entire
Last page?
rundown sheet
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, it's good.
Really,
We wasted
really.
the third page on this. I ain't gonna lie to
I'm
you.
telling you. So
There's a tree that is upset with us.
now let's get into the alumni news. After you guys are bashing Jim's quote of the year,
I mean,
that's
If
an
that's the
all-time.
quote of the year, then this season's gonna suck. We need to work on that, man. Come on.
Well, I'll talk to Jim about that. So, guys, see any Champions League action where I could only get it with Telemundo or Univision, but Brendan Aronson looked pretty good against
man.
one of the best teams in the world.
So exciting to see him.
Yeah, he even did well today. If you followed,
Yeah,
the
he scored. He
Salzburg,
scored
he
today.
got himself
Yeah.
a little goal there in the 94th minute.
Well, I didn't get to see it, but I'm sure the manager of Leeds was watching because he definitely wasn't beating Manchester United.
As the great poet Fat Joe's once said, "Yesterday's price is not today's price." So you're gonna have to pay a little bit more for Mr. Aronson now because it
So,
looks like it's going up.
A
by
Fat Joe
substantial.
quote isn't as musty as a Bronx Tale quote.
I mean, that
No,
was
it's not. He literally made that quote like 4 weeks ago on the internet.
I thought he was dead.
Fat Joe and the Terror Squad. You're thinking of Big Pun, and that is making you even mustier.
I'm not thinking a big pun. Don't worry.
Heavy D.
He's been dead. I know that. Come on. Anyhow, so Mark's on the carousel with again. Jack's tearing up the U19s.
Yes.
And your social media had nothing but Anthony Fontana because Ant signed a deal. So and
Yeah.
thank the Union fans and everything. So yeah, the alumni is out in Europe and they're representing, and we'll have more news as it comes. So It's good. And
Trying
I'll
to
tell you
send
what,
spread that union cheer across
Yeah.
international waters.
And Devin, I think we just need to do a quick Premier League run through. Adam, Chelsea, dominant as ever against that powerhouse Crystal Palace.
We are the best team in the world.
My
And we
God.
literally have a trophy that said so.
That's
Hey, Devin,
true.
a trophy is something you win at the end of a competition when you actually achieve
Yeah, when you're
something.
we are
By
the
the way-
champions
Apparently,
of
according
all
to this
champions.
weekend, according to this weekend, all we can do is stop other teams from winning trophies.
No, you were the greatest. You were the Pittsburgh Pirates of the Premier League. All you can do is play spoiler.
Yeah,
that's
it's
it. That's
beautiful.
all we got.
So Tottenham did us a favor and
Oh,
beat Man
man.
City.
Yes.
What a
Devin
game.
watched the replay because
Oh, I
he,
did.
Look at him. He's tingling right now.
He will only watch replays when he knows Tottenham wins. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only
he will only,
I wonder
takes
if he
a
watched
sneak
the
peek
Brentford
and says-
replay then.
confirmation bias or
So
something
did you
like
watch
that.
the Brentford? Because
Yes.
spoiler, they lost.
No, so both of these games were yesterday during our
Cleanup.
our tundra cleanup down at the lot yesterday, which was a fun
So when
time.
you were doing something responsible,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I was
yeah.
getting a jersey.
So I got to watch the Tottenham game this morning, and what a game! Harry Kane. Kane.
Oh gosh, at the 94.
And Adam saw the game, right?
I
You
did.
saw
I actually watched
that
this game.
second half will have to go down as like one of the best of the season.
Look,
for sure.
it's been a lot of. I mean, as a Chelsea fan, I've watched a lot of 1-0s recently. So to watch a little bit of some up and down soccer has actually been pretty nice. But look, man, that's my game of the year so far. You know, I mean, outcome be what the outcome is, but that was just good, clean footy. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Premier League's going to start heating up now. Champions League's heating up, and of course, MLS is back. So we're going to have a lot to go over. So hopefully we'll start getting back on a regular schedule on the pod, have some more guests, be peeling a lot of things behind the curtain, like Adam trying to work the mic.
It's really difficult because we have it pinned to the side of like a plastic table right now, and it's not giving me like the proper depth that I need because I'm too tall for it. So I keep holding it, and then it keeps dropping, and I hope Devin can edit.
Adam's looking like a crooner right now. So Devin, did we miss anything? Do we a crooner?
Jesus Christ, my God.
Michael Bublé. You're looking like Michael Bublé. Is
I'm
that
here for
okay?
that.
Oh, there you go. See,
The
that's a
pride of
crooner, my friend.
Vancouver.
Yeah. All right, Devin, did we miss anything?
No, let's wrap it up and let's get
Hey,
to Help Kick Hunger.
This is an abbreviated special live Help Kick Hunger edition, and we're looking forward to seeing you next week. So that was episode number Chad Lewis. Sorry, Calvin, you didn't make the cut because of Adam.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I can't wait to see what 3 offensive linemen and defensive tackles that you have for the 90s.
Probably a hockey player.
Gretzky doesn't count.
All right, everybody, thanks a lot, and aloha Felicia.
Well, hello, everybody. Sean Brace, Fox Sports Radio The Gambler, your home for Philadelphia Union Soccer, excuse me. And just to let you know, yes, season will be starting on Saturday, fast off season. We like that. But just to let you know, we are the home for Philadelphia Union Soccer again, our 3rd straight season. You can catch our radio station, yes, on the iHeartRadio app, streaming worldwide for free. And that's how I suggest you catch us, because the AM FM signals are a little hit or miss when you get outside the city. But still, we are on 1480 AM, 102.5 FM in Center City. And if you do have a HD2 signal, that is the best of the best. It's 104.5 on HD2, 104.5. A lot of people don't even know how to get to HD2. Well, what I can say is if you have a newer car from 2015 above, you have a chance at having an HD2 radio. Now, my wife's car is a Chevy Tahoe 2017 edition, does not have an HD2 signal, so it sucks. But for the most part, it's the newer cars. And if you do, 104.5 is hands down the best signal. It literally goes from South Jersey to Lansdale. And that's pretty cool. That's what I listen to in my car. But we're always streaming on the iHeartRadio app, so check us out there. All right. Also, 3 to 6 p.m. on Friday, we are having our Philadelphia Union season preview extravaganza. Myself, Joe Tanzi, Kevin Kincaid, John Jansen, special guests. We got Tom Boger from soccer.com. We're going to be having some fans call in. I think Adam and Matt might be dialing up the number. So it's going to be a fast, jam-packed 3 hours of nothing but Philadelphia Union conversation. Bumping my show to Daily Ticket for nothing but Philadelphia Union talk. We are trying to get a player or two, also Jim Curtin to pop on. So please, special guests will definitely be from 3 to 6 p.m. Anytime. So that's all I could say is just go ahead and stream us, tune in, and enjoy the conversation. We'll get you ready for Saturday's game against Minnesota United. Minnesota United had a pretty good season last year. Made the playoffs, lost to Portland in a really good playoff match. But that's a tough squad. Good thing we're not opening up the season in Minnesota. I feel a lot better about our chances. And that's why I'm here right now, to talk a little bit more about our chances and specifically the odds makers, the way they view the Philadelphia Union. A little 101 if I could. First of all, I want to plug Joe Tanzi. He has a piece at foxphlgambler.com. That's foxphlgambler.com. That's our website. Joe does a fantastic job giving all of his Tanzi's takes, whether it's MLS soccer or Champions League soccer or, the other major sports. He's writing for us over there on the website, so check it out. He also has a piece right up right now on MLS and betting the MLS this season, a little sports betting 101. So he goes more in depth there. So do yourself a favor, get on over to the website and check that out for yourself. Now, for this purpose, what I'm going to bring up here is a number of things. First of all, when you log in, I use DraftKings Sportsbook, and it could be, it could be difficult to understand for first-time people out there. I get it, first-time bettors, and there's a ton of people that are making their bets for the first time. And if this is not for you, that's fine. But just to let you know, DraftKings also has pools that are free pools. They do MLS pools throughout the course of the season, on the week, and they're pretty cool stuff. So all you got to do is just sign up. You can use my last name, Brace, as a promo code on DraftKings. There's a plug, but they got some really cool things to offer. But for this purpose, we're going to go a little one-on-one, a 101 on the game itself. Now, just to let you know, when it comes to player props, they really don't list those till the day of, okay? Because things can change, new information comes out, maybe a person's not playing, maybe a person is injured, so on and so forth. So the player props don't get listed until the day of the game for the most part. Game props always listed throughout the course of the week. Game lines listed throughout the course of the week. Today, or for Saturday's game, the Philadelphia Union are listed as a minus 150 favorite. Minnesota United is a plus 450 underdog, and the draw is three-way action, which is listed at plus 285. Now, a regular season game, you could obviously end in a tie, in a draw, so that is a way that you can bet the game. If you put $100 up, you would get paid out plus 285, $285, right? Real easy to understand there. If you bet Minnesota United at plus 450, you put $100 up, you win $450. Obviously, if you put $10 up, you win $45, so on and so forth. So that's easy to understand, right? The Philadelphia Union are minus 150. They're a big-time favorite. That's a pretty big number for them. It's listed them as a solid minus 150 home favorite. Really tough to go in to Chester and come away with that dub. Especially if we're playing with a full roster of players, no COVID, knock on wood, but minus 150, that's the number. And to win $100, you're going to have to risk 150. So that's what the number is with the minus. The pluses are the plus money, the minuses are the minus money. All right, real easy to understand there. DraftKings has a ton to offer. They got the draw, as I said. You can bet that at plus 285, and that is even in. That's just at the end of the game. First team and last team to score. The Union are minus 215. Obviously, they're going to slant towards the home team, especially when they're favored. Both teams to score if you think it's going to be a 1-1 game or a 2-1 game, 3-1. Anyway you look at it, just as long as both teams are going to score, you can get the Union at minus 120, the no minus 105. And then they got some other ways that you can wager on this game, from both teams to score, no draw. You got money line action, which I prefer. I like the money line because it takes the draw out. Just give me the win. That's all there is to it. They have highest scoring halves. These are all the stuff that they offer throughout the course of the week. Now, once game time comes around, that's when the player props get tossed up. That's when we'll see whether or not Jacob Glesnes will be listed at 11-1 if you think he's going to score plus 1100. So my suggestion is go small, have some fun, maybe take some long shots or two, because if you know of a player that's going to play and he's going to get an opportunity to shoot once or twice per game, you're going to get a big-time payout. So why not? You get up to the park, you have some fun, and you're able to be invested a little bit more into the game. As they say, it's always more fun when you have skin in the game. Any questions, please feel free to hit me up personally on Twitter at Sean_Brace, at Sean_Brace. And be sure to tune in to The Gambler on Friday, 3 to 6 p.m., our Philadelphia Union season preview extravaganza. You better take the Union this weekend. We ain't losing.